with media agencies across Asia. We're going to take a deep dive behind the competition and medals and present the diverse perspectives on the sporting spectacle. What joins me here in the studio are Guru Kumar and Narayan Singh. They're both from India national broadcaster Doordarshan News. Welcome to our program, gentlemen. Well, first of all, congratulations, excellent performance of the Indian team. You claim and break records in a lot of traditional and non-traditional fields. How do you like it so far?
Thanks for inviting us at the studio, and a fantastic performance by the Indian athletes here. Whether it is shooting, whether it is traditional sports, we are great performance here. And if not only that, we are also doing well in the sports where earlier you used to participate. Now we are winning medal there also.
How about you, Nor?
Thanks for these kind words. And I would like to say that last time we were 8th, and now this time we are in the 4th position. And it seems that we will end the campaign with this position.
We look forward for more discussions from you. And now let's take a look at the highlights of the Team India. Our very own Wang Mengjie has the details.
Well, India currently stands in the 4th position of the total medal tally of the tournament. The country has sent its largest ever delegation with more than 600 athletes and officials to compete at this year's Asian Games in Hangzhou, aiming to cross a 100 medal mark. With a couple of more days to go, Indian athletes can translate the motto into a reality. For example, the sports of hockey, India was one step closer to gold after beating South Korea in the men's hockey semis, which was held at the stadium behind me. For badminton, although India's men's badminton lost to China due to injury, the country has also won its first ever silver medal at the sport. En route to the final, India's men's badminton registered a thrilling 3-2 win over South Korea after blanking Nepal 3-0 in the quarters. When it comes to the strength sport, shooting and archery have become India's best medal events so far at the 19th Asian Games. In shooting, India's sharpshooter Siv Samra broke the world record at the sport, and the country won a total of 22 medals at the event so far. And of course, more will come definitely. And the best previous for Indian is 70 medals in the history in the last edition of the Asian Games in Jakarta in 2018. So now the tally has surpassed that number. That India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi sent his congratulations on social media, saying that India shines brighter than ever at the history of the Asian Games. The country has also witnessed the fastest growth in the numbers of the medals at this year's Asian Games. And of course, we are looking forward to waiting more to come.
Indian shooters broke the world record in the men's 50-meter rifle 3 positions team event. And we talked to Sumar Shore, the coach of the Indian rifle team. Let's take a listen.
So the event that I specialize in is the 10-meter air rifle event, and this is something that you don't need a license in our country. So it's very popular. It's there in schools and colleges, and you have those small shooting ranges. And yeah, it's an air rifle shot at a distance of 10 meters. So yeah, and then you have those targets with a dot. That's 10, and then you have circles 9, 8, 7, 6.
And you aim for the middle, yeah.
We aim for the center, so it's a 60-shot match.
Okay.
And so the highest you can score from one shot is a 10.9.
Let's get some more perspectives from our studio guests. First of all, Narayan, how do you like the shooting performances so far? I saw a lot of new records being made.
Truly a fantastic performance by our shooter here at the Asian Games. If you talk about our best performance, this is the best ever performance by the Indian shooter at the Asian Games. Before that, in 2006, Doha Asian Games, where India won only 3 gold medals, but this time we won 7 gold medals and overall 22 medals. But not only that thing, we won medals in the pistol and the shooting event, but This time the India has also won in the events like the skeet and the trap event. In the skeet and trap, India won the medal for the first time. So this shows that where the Indian sports is going, how the Indian shooters are dominating the world arena right now. If we talk about the Asian Games also, here a stiff competition is there from the many countries. Even here you have saw the Indian shooters defeated the Chinese shooters also in the many crucial medal events. So this shows that where Indian shooting is going. It's a great thing, hoping that this momentum will continue at the upcoming Olympics, Paris Olympics, which are scheduled to be held next year in Paris Olympics. We are hoping that will be done there also.
Well, Noor, not only the traditional sports like badminton, shooting, track and field, but also some of the new rising sports like equestrian and also hockey as well.
Yes, that is the most important part of this Asian Games, because we have seen that we are good in the traditional sports, but in the new games that's like equestrian and the rowing and the canoeing, we are getting better and better, because if we talk about the Indian athletes, they participated from a long time in these games, but the medals doesn't come. But this time it happens in the equestrian, where we won the medal after 41 years in the gold medal. And they are sailing, they're canoeing. In all those things sectors, we are working very hard and we are getting the medals. So it shows, it reflects that these medals are coming because in the last 9 years, there are much have been done in the sports sector. Much investment has been done in the sports sectors.
We'll be further elaborating that. I mean, on the phenomenal rise of the sporting sectors in India. We'll further elaborate on the topic later in the program. Well, India's equestrian team has won a historic gold medal in the team dressage event. Our very own Chen Ziyuan catches up with Anuj Agarwala, one of the gold medalists of the team.
Yes, so I'm really happy with my horse. He's a new horse. I have him since only February, and this is, I think, only our 7th show together. And I'm super happy with how we've developed, because it's not always been easy. Starting with him, getting a new horse. He's a young horse. He's a 9-year-old stallion. I never rode stallions before. I never really rode young horses before. So it's been quite a difficult task with lots of ups and downs. And I'm super happy with how he behaved today. Even the last few days, he was amazing. He landed in China and I think he knew it was game time, and that's all what he did. Every day I had a super feeling. He's been super, even though he's a stallion, he's still cuddling with me, so that's great. And he's been so nice. It just makes a lot of fun. It was super fun to ride. I rode in the arena and I always speak with him like silently, and I knew the feeling, okay, not much can happen. There were 2 mistakes. It was my mistake. In the first extension, I think I risked a little bit too much, and in the 3 tempis, it was my mistake, so I think I have to slap myself in front of the mirror, but my horse was amazing. Yeah, I'm so proud of my young boy, and it's really good because I think at the moment we are winning the gold with the team, and I'm individually also on the 2nd place, so, and this is my first Asian Games. Already I did not make it in 2018, and it was really difficult for me to accept that I was not good enough. But finally, to be here and to perform such a test, it's just very emotional. And my family was there in the stands; they were all cheering, and my coach and my teammates. It's been I've had the time of my life. And to be honest, if someone would ask me if I would do it all over again, the answer is yes.
Meanwhile, India's astounding performance at the shooting event stands as a historic moment in the nation's sporting history. Behind this phenomenal rise, the support of government schemes and the commitment of the National Rifle Association of India have been instrumental. Our Doordarshan News correspondent Narayan Singh has more.
Indian athletes have been making their nation proud at the Asian Games in Hangzhou in China. Amid their triumphant performances, these athletes have been effusive in their appreciation for the government's support, particularly highlighting initiatives like the Khelo India program and the Target Olympic podium.
Government is supporting a lot nowadays, and it's really good. And the Asian Games, there are a lot of medals. So I think all the hard work country is doing. There's been lots of improvement from the support from the government, from the central government and from the state governments. Because when I started my career and when I see it now, there's been a huge improvement in support. We are getting support to go for a lot of competitions. Earlier we used to go 1 or 2, but right now I'm going for all tournaments. So that's a real big boost for me and for the entire fencing team, because I talk about the fencing because the support has been increased tremendously from the last 10 years. So I'm happy and I'm thankful to the government and all the people who are supporting sports.
The Khelo India program has produced several medal-winning athletes at the Asian Games. The Target Olympic Podium scheme has been another critical pillar of support for the Indian athletes, with their sights set on the Olympics and other major international events. This initiative identifies elite athletes and provides them with world-class training, international exposure, and access to renowned coaches. Athletes benefiting from TOPS have consistently performed exceptionally well at the Asian Games, garnering medals and recognition for the nation.
Tops being very helpful to me, and Kelo India also, they sponsor the young generation, and that's how I think Ramita and Tilottama, Nancy, they are also getting up, and such a good competition to have with them. Always, I also learn from them. So these kind of schemes are really helpful, and they just bring up the budding shooters and promote them, and motivates them so much that they do good so quickly and learn the experiences so fast.
The biggest support is when a youngster is coming up, from the grassroots level. When an athlete is there, he's structured, like he's achieved something, that's when support comes normally. So normally support's always needed at the grassroots, and that's what I think Khelo India is doing now. And giving be it finances or experience-wise, stuff like that. So I really feel that it is making a difference, slowly and slowly, but it takes time.
The Indian government's unwavering commitment to sports development has not only fueled medal-winning performances, but also inspired a new generation of athletes. Their success at the Asian Games serves as a testament to the potential of Indian sports and the impact of initiatives like Khelo India and TOPS.
As the Asian Games in Hangzhou continue, the Indian contingent remains determined to add more medals to their tally. Their achievement and appreciation for the government support resonate as a source of pride for the nation. Narayan Singh reporting for DD India, Hangzhou.
For more studio discussions, let's go back to Narayan and Noor. Well, Narayan, we saw from your package, you mentioned about two schemes for the Indian government. One is the Khelo India scheme, and the other is Target the Olympic Podium scheme. Further elaborate on that.
These are the two fantastic schemes that, because of that, we have saw the development and there's a boom in the Indian sports. If you talk about the Khelo India, when PM Modi came to the power in 2014, he just visioned this scheme so that the Indian grassroots level sports can be improved. And in this scheme, there is kids between 8 to 18 years are enrolled, and the world-class training is given to them, and we have saw that in the last 9 years a tremendous improvement in the India sporting infrastructure. A lot of money has been induced in that, and because of that we are showing the result. If you talk about this schemes, from Khelo India, there are many young kids who won medals for the India at the international level.
So the Khelo scheme is targeted on young athletes from 8 to 18, and the Target the Podium Olympic Podium scheme is targeted as more adult athletes. Is that correct?
If you talk about the Target Olympic Podium scheme, it is meant for the athletes who are elite athletes who are vying for the events like Asian Games, Olympics and the Commonwealth. It's the transition period. First they are enrolled in Khelo India, then they comes to the top schemes. There are many athletes who are first part of the Khelo India, then the smooth transition takes place and they are moved to the tops.
So definitely, Noor, the government support and funding played a phenomenal role in boosting the sports sector back in India. So what do you think are the major reasons for India to stand out at this year's Asian Games? Because ranked at the 8th for last Asian Games, but this time around already the 4th.
I would like to say that there's a lot of work have been done in the Indian community by the Indian government, because they've posted many schemes just like Khelo India and Top scheme, and they find out the talent from the grassroots level, because India is a very wide country and there are lots of talent, but the one platform that you need, that has been created by the Modi government. And they have sent the people from the sports organization and every sports federation to search the talent. They have deputed the coaches to search the talent, where the talents are there, and find out them from the grassroots level and make a creamy layer from the grassroots level. So that all things, that works have been done from the last 9 years, and it has been spread out in a very wide manner.
You talk about the support from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as well as a lot of support from the government. What else is the reasons?
But always there is a hard working. There is no denying that our athletes are working hard. That is always a reciprocation when government, we even talk to players, when few players didn't won medal in the previous some big games, they said that they are very they are not happy because a lot of funding is there, but also there is a emotional support is there from the system. Whenever our players are going to play in the big events like Olympics, Asian Games and Commonwealth, our PM Modi always interacts with them, and for each and every individual athletes, he interacts, he tweets for them. Nowhere in the world the top leadership is interacting with athletes, players. But after the PM Modi came, I will give you one example of that. In the Tokyo Olympics, our hockey team lost the match, semi-final match. And after that, PM Modi called them. On the telephonic conversation took place, he called them. There is no need to encourage players. The world it's not the end of the world. Your bronze medal match is left, tomorrow play for that. And India after that played the bronze medal match and they won medal after a long gap. This kind of we can say that emotional backup is also from the system.
There is definitely a huge leap from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics to this year's Asian Games. We can see the great performances, the incredible progress made by the Indian team. So best of luck in the coming days. We still have a couple of days to go. So hopefully the Indian team will get more medals, and best of luck. And we hope for more cooperations with your national broadcaster, Doordarshan News. And it's a great pleasure talking to you in the studio. And we'll get back to you perhaps later in the program. Yeah, thank you very much. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Beyond the Arena on behalf of the team in Hangzhou. Thank you very much for watching, and back to you in the studio in Beijing.
Thanks so much, Ona. Now stay in Hangzhou. China's